Have you ever wondered if there's more to aging than just growing older? Do you feel like time is moving faster, and no matter how hard you try, there's always something else you need to do? You're not alone. As we age, it's easy to get caught up in the hustle and bustle, thinking we have to achieve more, do more, or be more. But what if I told you that slowing down, finding joy in the simple things, and practicing gratitude could lead to a fuller, richer life? In this video, we're going to explore 3 powerful practices, rooted in Buddhist teachings, that can help you live more mindfully, find peace in your everyday routine, and ultimately, enjoy your journey through life more fully. We'll dive into how slowing down is not just about rest, but about making conscious choices that enrich your life, how appreciating the little things can bring more joy than grand achievements, and how practicing gratitude can shift your mindset and reduce stress. But that's not all. By the end of this video, you'll have practical steps to integrate these practices into your daily life, helping you feel calmer, more balanced, and more present in each moment. Imagine waking up each day feeling more connected to yourself, your surroundings, and the people you love. This is your chance to discover how simple actions can lead to lasting transformation. So, stick around until the end of this video to learn how you can live with more purpose, peace, and happiness, no matter your age. You don't want to miss this. If you are not subscribed, I recommend subscribing and activating the notification bell so you don't miss any videos. Your support means a lot to me, and if you enjoyed this video, you can help me continue spreading the valuable lessons by liking and sharing it. If you like the topic of this video, please comment 1. If you don't, please comment 0 to let me know how I can improve and make better videos for you. Now, let's begin. The first profound truth that I've come to understand as I've grown older is that slowing down is not the same as stopping. Slowing down is a powerful choice, a conscious decision to honor both our body and our spirit. It's something we must actively choose, especially as we age. Our bodies, which have carried us through the years, naturally require more rest as we grow older, more time to rejuvenate, to recenter ourselves. Yet, paradoxically, our minds, often fueled by years of habits and expectations, still long to race ahead. They urge us to hurry, to accomplish more, and to keep striving as if there is no time left. We are bombarded with this constant message that we must keep pushing and keep doing, as though the value of our lives is measured by how much we achieve. But the truth, the deep, quiet truth, is that slowing down can allow us to accomplish far more than we ever could if we continued to rush through life. Buddhist teachings, which have always fascinated me, offer an antidote to this modern-day madness. They teach us that slowing down is not about stepping back in defeat, but about becoming more present and more engaged with the task at hand. There is a profound wisdom in this. How, you might wonder, can slowing down help us do more? The answer lies in the simplicity of the moment. When we embrace the pace of slowing down, we allow ourselves to fully immerse in whatever we are doing. Whether it's cooking a meal, walking through the park, or simply sitting with a friend, there is beauty in giving our full attention to the present moment. We stop multitasking, stop juggling a million thoughts at once, and instead become attuned to the richness of what is right in front of us. Take something as simple as making a cup of tea or coffee in the morning. Often, in the rush of the day, we don't think twice about it. We might gulp it down while checking our emails or scrolling through social media. But imagine, just for a moment, what it would be like to make your drink slowly, mindfully, with full presence. The sound of the water boiling, the warmth of the cup in your hand, the gentle swirl of the tea leaves, or the steam rising from the coffee. The aroma, so rich and comforting, fills the room. And as you sip it, you pause, allowing yourself to fully experience the taste. You might even glance out the window and notice the way the light falls on the leaves, or hear the gentle hum of the morning around you. It's not just a moment of relaxation. It's an invitation to engage deeply with your senses, to be still, and to be present. This isn't simply about relaxation. It's about mindfulness, a practice that reduces stress, improves mental clarity, and nurtures our emotional well-being. It's a profound reminder that in this fast-paced world, the most important thing we can do for ourselves is to slow down and be in the moment. This is the art of living fully, rather than rushing through life without ever truly experiencing it. It's easy to forget this, especially as we age. We're conditioned to believe that we need to keep moving and keep striving as if time is something to be beaten rather than embraced. We've been taught to value productivity and to define ourselves by our accomplishments. But I've come to realize that slowing down, permitting ourselves to rest, to breathe, to truly experience life, can bring far more joy, satisfaction, and fulfillment than any rushed task ever could. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 1 below to let me know that you are still here with me. The key question, and one that I've asked myself time and again, is this: what pace are you truly living at? It's a question that holds so much weight. Are you always rushing from one thing to the next, never fully present in any one moment? If you find yourself constantly overwhelmed, perpetually caught in the whirlwind of your thoughts and to-dos, it might be time to pause. It might be time to acknowledge that the pace you're living at is no longer serving you. This is your age, your time, your opportunity to shift from the frenzied rush of youth into the rich, reflective pace of wisdom. Aging isn't a race. It's not a countdown to the end. It's an invitation to experience life more deeply, to savor the moments, to listen more carefully, and to live more intentionally. This is a time to stop chasing after what we think we should be doing and instead embrace what feels truly fulfilling. It's about letting go of the need to keep up with others, of constantly comparing ourselves to the younger versions of who we were. And yet, I can't help but think about the beauty of this slower pace, the joy of having the space to reflect, to rediscover hobbies, to nurture relationships, and most importantly, to deepen our connection with ourselves. There is something sacred about this time, this chapter of life, when we can truly embrace the present without the pressure to hurry through it. Start small, start simple. It doesn't need to be grandiose or complicated. Carve out a few quiet moments for yourself in the mornings, before the world demands your attention. Set aside the distractions, the phone, the TV, the emails, and allow yourself a peaceful start. Pour yourself a cup of tea or coffee, and as you sip, really savor the moment. Feel the warmth in your hands, breathe in the comforting aroma, and let your thoughts wander slowly, without urgency. Watch the leaves sway in the breeze outside. Notice the way the light changes as the day begins. This small act of slowing down, of simply being present, becomes a practice of mindfulness, and in this practice, we find a deeper sense of peace and connection to the world around us. You'll notice the difference. In time, you'll find that when you slow down, you accomplish more. Not because you're forcing it, but because you are fully present in each task, each moment. You'll find that your mind becomes clearer, your body more relaxed, and your spirit more aligned with the rhythm of life itself. The question remains, what pace are you living at? Is it time to step back from the rush, to embrace the slower, more intentional pace of aging? Your age is a time for wisdom, for reflection, and for honoring the seasons of life. It's not a race, my friend, but a journey that becomes all the more beautiful when we allow ourselves the grace to slow down and truly live. The second piece of advice I want to share is perhaps one of the most profound yet simple truths: learning to find joy in the everyday, in life's simplest moments. It's easy to get lost in the pursuit of bigger goals, to chase after the idea of happiness as something distant or elusive, something that depends on external circumstances, such as more money, better health, or more time. But what I've come to realize, and what many ancient wisdom traditions, like Buddhism, affirm, is that true happiness isn't found in grand accomplishments or the accumulation of more stuff. It is often the smallest, most ordinary moments that hold the deepest joy. Buddhism teaches us that happiness doesn't lie in achieving massive milestones or attaining the ideal life we think we should have. Rather, happiness resides in the simple pleasures, in the quiet and unassuming details that fill each day. In our modern lives, we're constantly told to strive for bigger and better things. We believe that if we just had more time, better health, or more financial security, we'd finally be happy. But the harsh truth is that this mindset creates an illusion, a false belief that happiness is something that will come only when our circumstances change or improve. Think about it. How many times have you found yourself saying, "If only I had more of this or that, then I could be truly happy"? We think that when we reach a certain milestone, whether it's retirement, a better job, a perfect relationship, or a dream vacation, that will be the key to our contentment. Yet, when we finally get those things, we often find that the happiness we anticipated doesn't last. It fades, and we're left yearning for more, as though the next thing will finally make us feel fulfilled. This constant chase creates a cycle of wanting, and with it comes a sense of emptiness, a feeling that no matter how much we achieve or accumulate, we never seem to be truly satisfied. Now, I want to propose a small but deeply powerful experiment that can shift your perspective. Try setting aside a few moments each day to pause, breathe, and consciously find 3 things that bring you joy. These don't have to be grand or extraordinary things. It's often the most unremarkable things that can bring the most peace if we allow ourselves to truly notice them. Maybe it's the comforting taste of your favorite cup of tea, the soft warmth of sunlight filtering through a window, or the soothing sound of rain tapping on the roof. It could even be the simple pleasure of a smile shared with a stranger, or a quiet conversation with someone you love. The key is to pause and recognize them. It might sound simple, but I encourage you to write these moments down, or even speak them out loud to yourself. Say, "I am grateful for this," or "This brings me peace." This practice might feel a little strange at first, especially if you're used to focusing on what's wrong or what's missing. But by consciously choosing to notice and appreciate these small moments of joy, you begin to shift the way your mind works. Instead of being dominated by worries, problems, and complaints, your mind starts to focus more on the positive aspects of life. It's like a muscle. When you exercise it regularly, you become better at noticing the good and beautiful things around you. Why is this so important? Our brains are wired to focus on problems, on what's not working, what's missing, or what needs fixing. This was a survival mechanism in our evolutionary past, but in our modern lives, it often means we can overlook the small joys that make life worth living. If you pay attention to the way your mind works, you'll likely notice how much time you spend ruminating on difficulties, whether it's stress about work, fears about health, or anxieties about the future. It's easy to get stuck in this cycle of negativity. But what we don't realize is that by training our minds to seek out and savor the little pleasures, we can begin to create a profound shift in how we experience life. This is where the wisdom of Buddhism comes in. Buddhist teachings emphasize that life itself, in all its simplicity, is a source of happiness. The practice of mindfulness, of truly being present in each moment, allows us to appreciate the beauty and joy in the things we often overlook. Buddhists believe that when we stop grasping for external conditions to make us happy, we open ourselves to the possibility of peace in the here and now. The key to a balanced, peaceful life isn't in the things we accumulate or the achievements we reach. It's in our ability to embrace the present, to find happiness in the simplicity of what's already here. When you start to consciously seek out these small moments of joy, you begin to reconnect with life itself. It's a reminder that we don't have to chase after happiness because it's already present, waiting to be recognized. The more you practice this, the more you begin to realize that the ordinary is extraordinary. The gentle breeze on your face, the sound of birds singing, the taste of your favorite food, these are the moments that carry real meaning. And when you learn to appreciate them, they have the power to bring you peace, balance, and serenity in a way that no material possession or achievement ever could. As you continue on this journey of embracing the simple joys of life, you may begin to notice a subtle shift within yourself. You'll feel calmer, more centered, and more connected to the world around you. You'll discover that you don't need more of anything to be happy. The simple things, the ones we so often take for granted, are more than enough. They are, in fact, the essence of a fulfilling life. And in that realization, you may find the truest form of happiness, not in seeking what's always out of reach, but in fully embracing what's already here. The third piece of advice centers on the profound practice of gratitude. Gratitude, in its essence, is more than just saying thank you or acknowledging something good. It's a powerful spiritual exercise that reshapes the way we view our lives. In Buddhism, gratitude is considered one of the highest forms of practice because it cultivates mindfulness and peace. It brings our attention to the blessings that are often overlooked, drowned out by the noise of daily struggles and worries. It's a practice that roots us in the present and reminds us that even in moments of difficulty, beauty and abundance exist. Imagine ending your day by pausing to reflect on 3 things you are truly grateful for. These don't have to be extraordinary events or achievements. The most profound gratitude often arises from the simplest of things: a warm bed to sleep in, the comforting aroma of a home-cooked meal, a kind word exchanged with someone you love, or even the quiet moments you get to spend with yourself. These are the treasures of life, often hidden in plain sight. Writing them down in a journal can give them permanence, turning fleeting thoughts into meaningful reflections. Alternatively, you can say them out loud, letting the words flow into the space around you, affirming their importance. What happens when you make this a daily ritual? Gratitude begins to rewire your mind. Instead of dwelling on the things that are missing or lamenting the paths you didn't take, you start to focus on what is present and what is good. This shift in focus is not just a mental exercise, it is a healing one. In older age, when the weight of past regrets or the fear of an uncertain future can feel overwhelming, gratitude acts as a gentle balm. It encourages you to appreciate what you still have rather than grieve what you have lost. It reminds you that life, no matter how challenging, continues to offer gifts worth cherishing. I find that as we age, our perspective on life often becomes sharper, like a lens coming into focus. We begin to see what truly matters: moments of connection, small victories, and the ability to simply be present. Gratitude amplifies these realizations, helping us let go of bitterness and instead embrace the joy that still exists. It's a way of saying to life, I see you. I value you. I am thankful for what you've given me. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment 2 below to let me know that you are still here with me. To reinforce this idea, let's take a moment for a simple practice. Wherever you are right now, pause for a moment. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. Take a deep, intentional breath and feel your lungs expand. Ask yourself this simple question: what do I need most in this moment? Perhaps it's something physical, like rest or nourishment. Perhaps it's emotional, like a sense of peace or comfort. Or maybe you simply need the reminder that, at this moment, you are safe and alive. With each inhale, imagine your body filling with calmness, like warm light spreading through every muscle and cell. With each exhale, let go of tension, stress, or anything weighing heavy on your heart. Now, shift your thoughts to something good that happened today. It doesn't need to be monumental. Often, the smallest things carry the deepest meaning. Maybe someone held the door open for you, or you saw a beautiful flower blooming outside your window. Perhaps you enjoyed a meal that nourished you or received a phone call from someone who cares about you. Even on the hardest days, there is always something, however tiny, that can spark a moment of gratitude. Hold that thought in your mind for a moment. Let it bring a small smile to your face. This act of pausing, breathing, and reflecting is the essence of gratitude. It's a reminder that life is made up of a series of moments, each one offering a chance for joy or reflection if we are willing to notice it. The beauty of gratitude is that it doesn't demand perfection or a problem-free life. It asks only for awareness. And in that awareness, we discover a sense of peace, a sense of abundance, and a sense of wholeness. As I reflect on this practice, I'm reminded of how often we take things for granted, the very things that make life rich and meaningful. Gratitude is the key to unlocking the fullness of life, even in its imperfections. It teaches us that we don't need to wait for everything to be perfect to feel content. We can choose to feel content right now by appreciating what we already have. In the end, gratitude is not just a practice, it's a way of being. It's a lens through which we can view the world and ourselves, seeing not just what we lack but the immense gifts we've been given. It's a quiet but powerful affirmation that life, despite its challenges, is still worth cherishing. And when we practice gratitude, we are not just changing our mindset, we are changing our hearts. We are allowing ourselves to live more fully and with greater joy. As we come to the end of this video, I hope you found something meaningful in these reflections on gratitude and mindfulness, especially as we navigate the later stages of life. Gratitude is a simple yet profound practice that has the power to change the way we experience our world. Whether it's focusing on the small blessings or simply taking a moment to breathe and appreciate the present, every small act of gratitude can transform our mindset and our lives. So, what have you learned so far? What resonates most with you? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please take a moment to comment below and share one thing you've learned from this video that you're excited to bring into your life. It could be something small, like taking a moment each day to express gratitude, or perhaps a bigger shift in how you approach life's challenges. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a comment, give it a thumbs up, and share it with those who could benefit from this message. And of course, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to our channel for more insights on aging gracefully, self-care, and living your best life at every stage. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to hearing your thoughts.